And career line, I can tell you now, there's even long crossings of water, deep crossings of water, and it's to do with some kind of filmmaking, and there's going to be stars involved. Now you are going to go as high can go. Films, everything regarding videos, you'll make it to the top, I can definitely tell you that.
Soon's canny like. So today I'm at the Hoppins on the town moor in Newcastle, Europe's biggest fun fair. But what exactly does that mean, the biggest? And how far do they travel? I mean, where were they before they come here? Where do they go to next? Who runs it? Loads of questions and things that I don't know about the fun fair. So in this video, we're going to take a closer look and see if I can find out a bit more. It's coming up. I can't believe I'm at the Hoppins. I haven't been here since I was like 15 or 16 years old, like 100 years ago. The rides then were like 2 shillings and threepence. Cost a small fortune. Now you can spend £100 in a day. But when I was here, when I was younger, and with my mum and dad when I was a kid, me and my brother, I used to love going on the ghost train, but also used to love going on the Helter Skelter as well. And my mum used to say, mind if you get lost, just make your way to the Helter Skelter and we'll see you there. Excuse me, mister, I can't find my mum and dad. So anyway, I'm out today, and I'll tell you what, I brought a tenner with us. I don't care if I blow the lot.
Ladies and gents, don't forget I'm the only man on the moor with a hairy nut. Don't forget your coconut.
Graham, I come over because I've been tempted by your hairy nuts.
Yeah, well, I'm the only one on the moor that has got hairy nuts. We're the only company now, unfortunately, that sell coconuts in the town moor. No one else sells them anymore.
And you've got a nickname, the Duck, is that right?
Yeah, that's my nickname, the Duck. I've had that nickname for many, 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 many years.
Do you want to tell us why?
Yeah, a long, long time ago, I used to work at the Metro Centre. When the Metro Centre first opened, they used to have an antiques village, and in the antiques village there was a duck pond. Every night we had to go and count the fish, the Chinese carp fish. And obviously in my first night, as people go and get glass salmons and skyhooks, I was asked to take the fish food, to count the fish, and to feed the ducks. So as I went up, I said, how am I meant to count the fish? He said, did you not pick the wellies up? And I said, no. So he said, take your socks and shoes off, get in the pond, get all the fish in one corner. Did that, 16 fish, whatever there was. And he said, hide the bread in for the ducks. So I hide the bread in, the ducks were plastic. So ever since then, everyone knows my nickname as the Duck. And that was about 1985, 1986.
Around about the same time, a little before, when I first joined the Air Force, and when I turned up at my first unit, RAF Lynham, they tried to get me to ring the fire service to flood the runway because there was a seaplane coming in. So if you're wondering when the Hoppins first started, it was in 1882, and it was set up as a kind of a counter attraction to the races in Newcastle. And for about 50 years, the rides that were introduced are more or less the rides that are here now. And in 1951, I think it was the first time the rotor was introduced, the spinning wall. And in 1985, during when the recession hit, the actual attendance dropped to about 100,000. Thankfully, it managed to recover, and it's been a huge success ever since. Man, I tell you what, I've won 1 or 2 teddies in my time at the Hoppins, but never won this size. So today, the Hoppins is a massive success, and it has been for a few years now. And every year it gets about almost 500,000 visitors, so it makes an absolute fortune. If you don't know where it is, it's on Newcastle's town moor, situated just about half a mile northeast of St James's Park. The custodians of the town moor are the Freemen of Newcastle and have been for hundreds of years. Town moor is massive, you know, it's about 960 acres. That's bigger than Hyde Park in London and Central Park in New York. It's huge. But because the Hoppins isn't a permanent structure, the Freemen of Newcastle allow it to be on here for about 9 days every year. But where did the term Hoppins come from? Well, there's no definitive answer to that. There's a couple of theories, one of them being a Middle English term going back a few hundred years, hopping being a form of dance. But also it's an old Anglo-Saxon word of hopping, which means funfair, so its origins are unclear. So today there are about over 400 attractions, rides, food stalls, just there's everything for anybody here. It's absolutely amazing and a great day out. Thankfully this year the sun's been shining, it's dry, It's just making it for an amazing occasion. Mind, I have to say, coming to the Hoppins is a people watcher's paradise. There are people here from all over the world, man, all shapes and sizes and colours, and just, it's brilliant, man. Feast for the eyes, all of it. I'm looking for me mum. I don't know if I'm at the right helter-skelter or not. But I wanted to know before I come here, where does the fair come from and where does it go to? I thought the Hoppins was just one massive fair that travelled around the UK and Europe. It isn't. As you probably guessed, most of the people who work the fair are from the travelling community, but it's all segmented. They come from all over the place to kind of converge on the town wharf for the Hoppins every year. There's a similar size one which happens in October, I think it is, in Hull, the Hull Fair, and I think that's their version of the Hoppins. But yeah, before here, the rides and the stalls and everything, they were all going in different areas of the country, going to various smaller fairs, and they're all piled into the town wharf for this Hoppins. And the same is going to happen on Sunday. When it's finished, they'll all pack up and head off to other parts of the country. So you might be wondering how much all the rides and attractions are here. So from what I can gather, they range from about £2.50 for the little toddler teacup rides, up to like £4 for dodgems, but £5 for more of the thrill rides. But there's one I've seen over there. It's a chair in a huge bungee which catapults you about 100 feet in the air. That's £15. But actually I'm quite surprised at how cheap things are, because you know it's been quite a while since I've been here. I was expecting the average price to range between £10 and £15. So a lot cheaper than I thought. Having said that, if you're coming out mum and dad with 2 kids, you know you're going to spend at least £100 for a decent day out here. But if you're prepared to spend the money, you know they're going to have a great time. In terms of food and drinking, just fill your boots while you're here. There's food from all over the world, and it's just far better than probably what it was years ago. And alcohol, there's a bit of a beer tent there. You can go to the bar. I think it's about £7 for a pint of lager. Oh, I've just got a pina colada slush. Cheers. Oh man, that's lovely, that, man. You can bring your dogs as well if you want. Seen quite a few here, although mine don't appreciate noises, especially Lily. She gets quite distressed by loud noises that you get here. But yeah, if you want to bring your dogs, log yourself out. So it's about 6:30 now, and it's really starting to fill up. There are thousands of people here now. Not as many as you'd get in St James's Park, but more than you'd get in the Stadium of Light. Gives you an idea how many people are here. But anyway, the chavs are going to be out shortly, so I better get myself away. I didn't want to get myself in any bother.